I am doing a documentary of my life and recording a video a day, and I've recently come up to North Carolina to try and help donate some time to the victims of Hurricane Helen. And it is very rough. I am up on the mountain. I started in Swanoa, and since then I have come up towards Burnsville and specifically Pensacola. I am in Pensacola in a camp called Camp Miller way up here. And it's heartbreaking to see what these people are having to go through. It's just absolutely devastating. But I'm just doing everything I can to just try and put hands on and help out here. And so I came from Missouri, and I'm doing what I can. Like I said, this is going to be the documentation of my second day out here. I woke up and immediately went to work. I started taking all of the clothes I had and throwing them into the back of my truck so I could run down the road and hopefully find somewhere to donate the clothes. I made a video on it, but the overall consensus is whatever you do, don't bring clothes. But I was fortunate enough to take them to the Goodwill, and the Goodwill, even though they weren't open, I talked them into working with me and accepting my donation of clothes, and it went to a semi, and it did go to a good cause, and I'm very glad that all happened. So it still worked out, and the clothes weren't dumped outside or anything like that, so it was a great deal, and I'm happy about that. So I went from there and came back and hooked up my trailer and climbed the mountain up Burnsville and into Pensacola here to Camp Miller, and showed up at Camp Miller. They were pretty organized, but they also had a lot going on, so it was a little hard for me to find stuff to do at first. But I eventually got teamed up with someone, and we were able to deliver a generator up on the mountain to a family that desperately needed it, that had no power. And that's the way it is with all these mountain towns up here, or all the mountain homes up here, is that they don't have power, and everybody in the hills is running on generators. And it's just it's a really tough situation for everyone involved, but we're digging through, and everybody's making it work, and it's a beautiful thing. So I went from that to trying to find a more hands-on job, because I wanted to show up here to work hard and just, put my hands on and break a sweat, And so I found two other guys and a job to do. It was a lady who had the waters diverted, the river diverted, and chose to go right to their house and just filled their entire basement full of sediment and dirt. And it was about 2 to 3 feet deep through the whole basement. And so the mud needs shoveled out, and the sheetrock needs tore out, and the carpet needs tore out, and it's going to sit there and mold. It's been a month already just sitting in there with 3 feet of mud in there. There was a group of 19 retired soldiers that had come and shoveled out the first probably, close, I want to say 5/8 to 3/4, somewhere in there. And there's it's probably 3/4. And so they got a lot of it done as the shoveling, but there's still a quarter left, and there is one room that's really bad, and it's kind of small, and it's going to be an adventure. So I was able to get two guys rounded up, and we went up there in that basement, and we just worked hard and shoveled wheelbarrow load after wheelbarrow load for about 5 hours. And I ran the wheelbarrow a lot. I did a lot of shoveling too, but I'm a bigger guy, and so I'd have the two guys shovel, and we had two wheelbarrows, and they would just shovel one wheelbarrow, I'd wheelbarrow it out, come back in, get another one, and we just did wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow, because you had to wheel it up this ramp and then kind of duck down at the top, and it was just all real hard to get to, and it was difficult. And like I said, I'm a bigger guy, and I can handle the wheelbarrow a little better. I would say I did about 5/8 to 3/4 of the wheelbarrowing, and the other fellas did some wheelbarrowing as well, and I got to take turns on shovels. So we all got to have a little bit of fun in that adventure. we just made it work out, and we went in there and sweated hard, and it was a dirty, nasty, terrible job, but we dug through and we got her. I don't want to say we got her done because we still got a lot to go, but we got a big chunk taken out of it. We were able to maybe do another 5% or something. So you can eat an elephant one bite at a time, and it's just a matter of just plugging away. And I want to be doing other jobs, but I will be going back to her place every chance I get to break a sweat and put in some good work and to just plug away and take another bite of that elephant. So I'm not going to include the outside pictures of the property. I don't want to let anybody know where it's at or anything, and I haven't asked her for permission. She's a very sweet lady, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind, but I'm just going to keep the pictures of the basement. That way nobody really knows where we're at or what's going on. And I'm trying to be respectful of everyone and everything. But at the same time, it's part of my journey and what I'm doing, and I put a little hands on, and we got to the two guys that helped me work. They were just a phenomenal. They worked their butt off, and they didn't know each other from Adam, but I promise you, everyone in the camp thought they were twins. They looked exactly alike, and one of the guys rescued a cat, and I might tell a different story on that for another day, but it was just a cool little story. And yeah, it's just it was a good day of hands-on labor-intensive work, and I came back and I took a shower because I was all covered in mud. We all were, and we really worked hard and got her done, but we slept good that night. I know I did. I don't know about those guys, but I know for a fact that I did. And it was just another part of the adventure. So that was my second day out here in North Carolina. I'll be doing a video like this at least once a day. I'm a little behind on videos, so I'm trying to catch up a little bit. But originally 6 months ago, I said I would do a video a day, and I've tried to keep up with that. But unfortunately, I'm behind, so I'm making a couple more. So feel free to subscribe and keep up, and I appreciate everybody for everything. Thanks, guys.